My friends, they say the world ends not with a bang, but with a whimper. I don't agree. I think it ends like this. Item from the Daily Mail. Here's the headline. Disgusting moment. Eagle fan eats horse poop as Super Bowl celebrations descend into chaos in Philadelphia. Grim clip shows Eagle fans stooping down to eat a mouthful of horse excrement. Man was cheered on by jubilant crowd in Philadelphia as he performed the stunt. Footage emerged amid scenes of chaos in the city following the Super Bowl victory. Now here's the actual story. This is the disgusting moment an Eagles fan ate horse excrement as wild Super Bowl celebrations descended into chaos in Philadelphia. Grim footage shows a man in an Eagles jersey and scarf snooping down the street to eat a mouthful of the dung as jubilant supporters cheered him on. The vile clip was posted online as wide celebrations threatened to spiral out of control in the city in the wake of the Eagles' dramatic victory over the Patriots. Onlookers filmed on their phones and cheered the unnamed man as he performed his grotesque stunt. It was part of the mayhem that gripped Philadelphia on Sunday night as the city descended into chaos. Passionate supporters lit fires, clambered on top of trucks and up traffic poles after their team defeated the New England Patriots 41-33 in dramatic fashion. At one point, a hotel awning at the city's Ritz-Carlton collapsed under the weight of fans, while the windows at the Macy's near City Hall and the T-Mobile were smashed as celebrations threatened to get out of hand. So how will America end? Will it be a nuclear nightmare from Russia or China? Will it be hordes of people cramming into our country from Mexico? Will it be a wild contagion that slips out of control? Will it be UFOs hovering over the Capitol? My friends, it'll be none of those. It'll be us, the ugly Americans. Americans who want to be wild and crazy, right? You want to be crazed, right? We take sports so seriously that we demean ourselves. I almost said to the level of animals, but this is lower than that. Below the level of animals in our utter public frenzied stupidity. This mindset. This is how America ends. Better. This is how America is already ending. These are the idiots who wanted Hillary to be president. These are the idiots who wanted Bernie to be president. This is how America ends. This kind of wild abandon and stupidity, this mindlessness, this animalistic urge, that's the end. Not just of America, of anything even looking like civilization across the world. God help us all. It's Monday and it's Riell Truth, and I'll be right back.
Insurance approved. Top quality
right, guys, now that we've covered the apocalypse, now that you know how the world ends, let's go on with the news. Anyone with a brain is talking about this FISA memo, which very clearly points the finger of blame at the Democrats and the deep state. Here's Newt Gingrich on Fox News Today talking about it. Now, my friends, if you want to hear someone who is an out-and-out liar, if you want a real piece of trash living off the public dole, if you want the very personification of the sleazeball politician, I present Adam Schiff. My friends, this guy Schiff, this Democrat Schiff, is such a ball of snot. He's such a sleaze, such a garbage person. He personifies the Democrat Party. What if this becomes... Yeah, a couple of questions. First of all, who cares if there's a government shutdown? A government shutdown is a big bunch of nothing, number one. Number two, why is DACA tied to a government shutdown? What does the fate of illegal aliens have to do with funding the government for citizens? Well, that's where it gets interesting. It's only the Democrats who connect the two. Because the Democrats, you see, here's how it works. The Democrats are much, much more interested in the illegal aliens from another country than they are in American citizens. They don't give a rat's ass about you or your family. And if you think they do, you are ignorant. They want those illegal aliens coming in here by the millions because they don't know anything, they don't speak English, they don't have any education. They'll come here, go on welfare, and they'll be beholden to the government. The Democrats are the party of big government and of welfare. And so they figure they're getting a whole new bunch, millions more Democrat voters, which will give them permanent power. That's what's happening. That's why DACA and the budget are connected. The Democrats have given up trying to convince most intelligent Americans that they're right, because intelligent Americans can see they're wrong. So they want to bring in ringers. People who don't know the Democrats are inept, corrupt fools. All they know is they want gimme, 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 gimme. Whatever the Spanish is for gimme. That's what the Democrats want. The hell with you and your family. The Democrats want people from the third world to come here, go on welfare, vote Democrat to the grave. And that's all the Democrats want. The real question is, are you enough of a lackey and a stooge to vote for them and support them in that endeavor? Are you going to help the Democrats turn you and your family into victims? I guess if you're profoundly stupid, then you will. But if you have any inkling of what's going on, if your IQ is higher than room temperature, I don't see how you could in good conscience ever vote for Democrats again, despite the fact that they've turned their back on America and won't do a thing to help solve the problems we're facing. Let's take a break and we'll come back. Real Truth marches on.
The glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bore witness of him and cried out, saying, This was he of whom I said, He who comes after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. This is the American News Network. The American Freedom Network is not funded or supported by special interest groups or government programs. The American Freedom Network is not sponsored by advertisers demanding content or programming control. The American Freedom Network is solely funded by you, the listener. Please help keep the American Freedom Network on the air by purchasing one of our sponsors' fine products or by calling 1-800-205-6245 to make a donation. The American Freedom Network needs your help. American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228.
All right, let's dig further down into this FISA memo. Milo Yiannopoulos, Laura Ingraham. Go.
Mueller.
I'm sorry, this is Roger Stone and Milo Yiannopoulos. Go. Here's Laura Ingraham. Let's go to Jay Sekulow, the president's attorney, because he's got an interesting take on things. And, you know, nobody wants to come out and point the accusing finger at these people, but what the heck? I will, because they should be accused. Where are we? Here's Jay Sekulow. My friend, stop right there. Do you think anybody would believe for a split second any dossier that alleged that Hillary Clinton was in any way, shape, or form salacious?
People in an election year, that's bad enough.
I mean, if you're going to believe that, you got to have a real good sense of humor. My friends, it's because the Democrats know that if they simply tell the truth and state their positions and policies, they'll never, ever get elected. And so they go to ringers from outside the country. They go to lies from the media. They go to fake dossiers. They go to collusion in the deep state. They can't be honest politicians because if they were, they would be unsuccessful politicians. It's truly a horrifying state of affairs. Item from the Associated Press, Dateline Chicago. Far more U.S. teens than previously thought are transgender or identify themselves using other non-traditional gender terms, with many rejecting the idea that girl and boy are the only options, new research suggests. The study looked at students in 9th and 11th grades and estimated nearly 3% are transgender or gender non-conforming, meaning they don't always self-identify as the sex they were assigned at birth. That includes kids who refer to themselves using neutral pronouns like them and instead of he or she. Diverse gender identities are more prevalent than people would expect, said lead author Nick Ryder, a University of Minnesota postdoctoral fellow who studies transgender health. Unquote. Good Lord, we'll be back.
This farm report brought to you by Nissan Titan. In the race to develop a successful, viable hemp industry, Colorado is now home to the first U.S.-bred hemp seed to qualify. Association of Official Seed Certifying Agencies certified seed. Dwayne Sinning, CDA's Division of Plant Industry Assistant Director, says this is an exciting time for the industrial hemp industry. This is a giant step for American hemp farmers. Take on the unexpected with Nissan's available intelligent safety shield technology. Innovation that excites.
Are you driving a vehicle with hail damage from summer storm, tired of waiting months to get your vehicle repaired? Dent Vision specializes in painless dent and hail repair. And unlike traditional body shops, Dent Vision gets your vehicle back to you in days, not weeks. Insurance approved, top quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Call today for your immediate appointment. 970-541-0679. That's 970-541-0679, or look us up at dentvisionmedia.com.
Now this is a testimony of John, and frequently invites from Jerusalem to Anakin. Who are you? He confessed and did not deny, but confessed, I am not the Messiah. And they asked him, what then? Are you Elijah? He said, I am not. Are you the prophet? And he answered, no. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 19 through 21. The associates that your 24-hour Walmart Supercenter on the other month. No one anywhere is more noble, righteous, selfless, or courageous than our United States Armed Forces. These brave men and women of defense put the bill for our freedom every day. Send a military care package today to let them know that they are in our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts. This message is from the associates at your 24-hour Walmart Supercenter on Highway 287 in Lafayette. They're on the air because they care. Elizabeth Lockerman reminds us that the drug problem is well documented. We know our kids will be approached at early age. We want to applaud the youngsters in our community who've had the strength to say no to drugs. They provide examples to their peers and families to be the best they can be. That's the Elizabeth Lockerman, located at 366 Grand Street in the Woodlands, serving our area 1943 and specializing in naturalized PhD and pork and complete custom processing. Call for every 688-2340. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
My friends, welcome back to Riell Truth. Here's more on the FISA memo, and the reason I'm spending so much time on this is because it's the biggest political scandal in American history. Rush Limbaugh.
It's been kind of interesting.
All right, now that we've heard Rush's description of what's in this dossier, here's Ann Coulter on Fox News talking about it after its release.
Valentine's is here.
Huh? That's not that's not Ann Coulter. That's an ad. Let's get rid of it and we'll get right to her. Here we go.
You have a memo that's
With Judge Janine. Why was Trump ever hiring members of the swamp to begin with? Someone asked me this question over the weekend. Look, even people who appear to be loyal to Trump can be members of the swamp. Don't forget, they figure Trump's going to be gone in 3 years, maybe 7 more years. They'll still be there. They're still going to want a career. They're going to want career advancement. So their loyalty is not to Trump. And believe me, their loyalty is not to Americans. Their loyalty is to their own careers, and that's the key to understanding this.
Lawyers out in the
Well, it's easy. I can answer that. What makes you think judges aren't political? What makes you think judges can't be part of the swamp? You think judges are always honest? Really? Not on this planet. Not in this country. Not in this century. Not ever. Judges are also political appointees, or running for election on their own. Judges can also be tampered with. Judges can also be part of the swamp. This is the biggest, widest ranging political scandal I've ever heard of. Let's take a break and we'll come back with more, because there's no end to it.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16. Piccolo's restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play. If you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's restaurant in Denver. It's not only the best Italian and Mexican cuisine, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-757-5166. 303-757-5166. Chaplain Collins LLC salutes our emergency first responders with their professionalism and bravery. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifice they made for our freedom. This message is for Chaplain Collins LLC, the 2 locations in Denver and Fort Collins. Serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chapelcollin.com. Article 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the places to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
I know you want more on the dossier. I get it. You want more on the FISA memo. I get it. My friends, I'm listening. I'm Howard Riell. The show is called Riell Truth We Listen. Here's another Washington insider, Dick Morris, who pulls no punches. Let's hear what he has to say. Think about that, my friends. Here's Hillary Clinton wants to be president. Okay, Hillary, tell us why you want to be president. She's got nothing. Nothing to talk about. Instead, look at Trump University. Look, he got divorced. Hillary and the Democrats have nothing positive or constructive or intelligent to offer America. Zilch. That's why all the mudraking. That's why all the opposition research. That's why the fake documents, the fake dossier. Because they have nothing to offer America, which is why they want to bring in ringers from another country, because they can offer them welfare. In short, the Democrats can offer these immigrants your money. So for all you folks out there who voted for Hillary, now you're hearing what a complete piece of sludge that she is, what a complete animal she is, what garbage she is. Tell me something. Do you feel smart or stupid for having voted for Hillary? Are you proud of it or ashamed? Well, if you'd listened to this show a little bit more, you wouldn't have made such a colossal blunder. You voted for the most corrupt presidential aspirant in the history of America. Congratulations. Nice job.
And when Shearer gave it to Steele, Steele went with it and tried to get it in the newspapers, peddled it to the FBI, ultimately burned his rather good relationship with the FBI. He had worked with them on the FIFA scandal, the soccer scandal, because he was trying to get stuff into the newspaper, which is a no-no in the intelligence community, except when they want to do it. But ultimately, he succeeded in getting it out by having John McCain give it to Comey, who gave it to President Obama, who then released it. But this entire deal was cooked up and made in Hillary land. And that's the key thing to understand.
Yeah, it's the key thing for the state of Colorado to understand, because Colorado went for Hillary. My friends, take it from me, if you're a loyal, Riell Truth listener, then you didn't vote for Hillary. But if there's anyone listening to the radio today who did vote for Hillary, I got to be honest with you, my friend, you're a horse's ass. And all this Sturm and Drang about the dossier and about the FISA memo, it's all your fault. You and people like you for supporting the most corrupt presidential candidate in this nation's history. We'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll finish things up, my friends. Riell Truth continues.
Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets have gone into the world. By this you will know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit that does not confess that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, which you have already heard was coming and is now already in the world. 1 John 4:1.
No state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque or reprisal, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debt, pass any bill of attainder, ex post facto law, or law impairing the obligation of contracts, or grant any title of nobility. Article 1, Section 10. If catastrophe struck, would your family be prepared? Are you confident you wouldn't react in a panic? Is there one place to get all of your emergency supplies? Ferris Survival encourages you to have confidence through preparation, not panic through crisis. Ferris Survival, located at 3366 South Broadway, is a professional, reputable, full-service business providing quality, realistic preparedness supplies at an affordable price. Go online, stop by, or call 303-781-0343. Ferris Survival. The American Freedom Network is not funded or supported by special interest groups or government programs. The American Freedom Network is not sponsored by advertisers demanding content or programming control. The American Freedom Network is solely funded by you, the listener. Please help keep the American Freedom Network on the air by purchasing one of our sponsors' fine products or by calling 1-800-205-6245 to make a donation. The American Freedom Network needs your help.
All right, guys, we got 4 minutes left. Let's use them wisely. Let's finish up with Tucker Carlson talking to Mark Stein. Here we go.
Truth Feb.